All right, here we are. Take Two Tuesday for, what is the date? Today is Tuesday. It's a Tuesday, October 15th. How could I forget? Today is the 15th. Where is everybody? I know it's been busy. Let me move over a little bit here. There we go. Well, good to see you. Hi, Bonnie. Happy Tuesday to you. Let's see if anybody else is going to jump in here. I see there are 12 people. If you are here, send me a comment so I know you're out there. I don't want it just to be me and Bonnie. I see there's like 12 watching, so hopefully we'll add a few more. Hey, this is Ken here at the Stamps of Life. I am in the Southern California area, and this is Take Two Tuesday. And so welcome to all of you. I hope that you are having a great day. Let's see. I'll talk about the weekend real quick here in just a minute, and then we are going to take a look at the website. There are some new items on the website today. We have a flash sale today. If you are a Card Kit Club member, your kit is being shipped. We already labeled them, packed them. The big delivery or pickup truck came by and took them away. So they are on their way to you. So that is exciting. If you want to join the Card Kit Club, you can do that on the website. Hi, Wanda. Hey, Ruth. Those cupcakes were awesome. Ruth brought so many cupcakes to our event on Saturday. And I didn't get to eat any during the event, but I was able to get one or two or maybe more after that. And they were very tasty. Nice. It was good. Phyllis, hi. Pamela. Friend, me, myself, I. That's interesting. Carol, Shelby. Welcome, everyone. I'm happy to have all of you here. We have some dies to take a look at today, some stamps, kind of all wintry themed things today. You know, we are kind of looking a little bit in the future here whenever we do our presentations. So if you're interested in any of these items, it gives you time to work with them. So we're looking at winter items today. It doesn't always work that way, but most of the time. And so we're going to take a look at some stamps and dies. And then, let me see if I can find my name. I don't know still how to do everything here, but let's see, where am I? See if it says Ken or Stephanie. That will be a surprise. Hey, it's me. Oh, but it doesn't have our headline. Darn it. Well, I tried. Anyway, there I am, Ken. This is Take Two Tuesday. Will it add? Oh, there we can add it. We take a look at Stamps of Life items, usually stamps and dies from the past. Oop, I almost had that. And so this is kind of a review, a reminder for some of you who purchased these items from us in the past that we want you to get them out and use them again. So it's kind of like a refresher, reminder. And for many of you who are new to the Stamps of Life, these items will be new to you because they haven't been focused on the website for a long time. So they're on there, but you'd have to really look around and hunt around and type in certain words to find them. So this will be, they'll almost seem like they're new items to you. So they are on the website. There is one, it's like an add-on that is no longer available. So I'll let you know when we get to that. But the regular main set is available. And these are fun. They were real popular when they came out. They were club sets. And let's see what else. So we'll do that. We have some chat. I have some questions for you guys. Oh, well, when we go to the second item, I'm going to go over the fun facts, but then I'm going to quiz you on those. I found this place that has some quizzes about some of the information we'll be covering. So we'll see if you're really listening and paying attention. Yeah, so that will be fun. What else? Okay, well, let's get going. We're going to get started right now. At the end of this video, we will do our good news segment. So if you like to read the Bible, or if you've been following along with us, we've been reading through Matthew, one chapter a week. We are going to be on Matthew chapter 10 this week, and we'll do a quick review of the chapter, and then we'll focus on one little part that's kind of important, and that will be kind of our devotional for the day. So we're looking forward to that. That is usually fun, and praying that God will speak to each of us and that we'll hear and respond. That's important when we read our Bibles, that we we get the Bible kind of into our minds and then down into our hearts, but then we also want to figure out ways that we can live it out. So we will do that later. So I hope you hang around for that. That will be fun. Let's see, how's our chat doing here? Okay, I see we're moving up. We've got 26 of you here. Wanda and Jennifer, welcome. Welcome, everyone. Yep, Ruth, we did have a ton of fun. Let me see. I have a picture from Saturday. Let me see if I can find that. So Saturday here at the Stamps of Life, we've been in business. September 1st was kind of like our official 15-year anniversary, but this last weekend we celebrated, and we had a great turnout here at the Stamps of Life store. Tons of friends, tons of Gold Club members, Fold-it Club members, Card Kit Club members, and a lot of you brought friends and people who didn't know about us. So that was great. We saw husbands and sons and all kinds of different, we had some little babies. And yeah, we had quite a turnout. Let me find that picture for you. This might cover me up, so I will be back. But there we are. This is at the back of our warehouse area. We had about 100, it was about 130 back there. So my friend Dylan, from this front view, he took the picture, and that's kind of looking out from our warehouse to the parking lot out there. And it was a real nice day, beautiful day. Everybody was in the shady side, but some of us got over here on the sunny side, but it was fun. This was, I think, right after Stephanie's presentation, because I see her over here with Carol and Ruth, and she's in the picture there. And then we had a nice lunch. Oh, Stephanie presented the new dyes that are on our website, the country sunflower and sunflower items that go with that. It was a lot of fun. I didn't get to see that because I was working the cash register, but we did that all out there. Stephanie would have been here in front of the camera. There's the camera you see, and Stephanie would have been down here. And we had a nice backdrop and all that good stuff. And then, unfortunately, our mic system didn't work out as good as we want, but I think everybody could hear. And then we had lunch back here. We had a real nice, we had a taco bar kind of taco cart. It was great. The company that does that, we've used them a couple times. They're real nice. Ruth and her team, they do a great job. We had tons of food, and it was a fun day. We did stay around longer than expected. If you stood in line for our cash register, number one, I apologize, because there were supposed to be 2 cash registers open that day, but I had a bunch of electronic problems with my cash register, so only 1 open. So thank you for your patience. If you had to wait in line, it was a bit of a long wait. We did as fast as we could, so we ended up being here till around 4-ish, getting through the line. But the fun thing is, a lot of people got together and made friends. And so that is really good. We like that. We had people who were able to spend a lot of time at a table together, and I think they chatted and got to know one another a little bit better. And so I think that's really great. Of course, we all have this crafting hobby or card making or scrapbooking all together that we like to do, but it's really fun when we find other people who have that interest in common with us, right? So we had that, and that was a great time. We really had a good time. So maybe in 5 more years, we'll do it again. Who knows, right? Maybe if we get to anniversary 20, that might be the plan. So you'll want to start saving up, because it will, I'm sure, still be here in Southern California. So if you live far away, this is your warning. You can start saving up and getting ready for that. So we had a good time, lots of fun. Let me see, on that day, Stephanie presented this. I'm going to try to, I didn't get that camera set up. Give me 1 second here. One of my cameras is not ready to go, so give me 1 minute, and I'll fix that up. Hang in there. Let's see if we can get this working. No. Okay. I don't know how I forgot to do this, but I did. Let's see. No, 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 no. We don't want black magic. There we are. Okay, almost set. Hang on. I want to show you the items that Stephanie was sharing on. Okay, I think that's good. Let me see what we see there. That should work. All right, so we have the country sunflower kit. It is still on the website, and I think Stephanie has left all of those, all of the items that were brand new. Let me check here real quick. I think I can do that. If you go on the website, maybe, oh, I'm using the wrong mouse. These items should still be on flash sale, I believe. Yes, so the country sunflower is still on flash sale, and there are two new die sets, card making die sets on there that are also on sale. So let me show you what you get in. So this is, whoops, runaway ribbon. Hang on, I'll be right back. So this ribbon here just went rolling down the little office here. Okay, let me see, am I in focus? I hope I am. Okay, all right, so of course you get ribbon. Let me switch over cameras, you can see a little better. This is all the sunflower colors. You get your ribbon there. We have some like little pearl type epoxy dots there. These are really cool. These stickers, these sunflower stickers, you'll like those. Yeah, that's in the kit. And let's see here, we have some vellum. This is new, something we haven't had before. So vellum sheets. I think there's, don't quote me on this, but I think there are, let me see, I'll check. There are 16 sheets in here. So you get a lot of vellum. These fun little heart, I don't know what you would call those. Oh, maybe they say on here. Not epoxy stickers. I don't see it. Beaded hearts. Beaded hearts. That's what those are. Beaded hearts. Those are in there. You get not one, but two of the country sunflower pattern paper pads. How about that? Two of them. So you'll be stocked up. And then the nice, fun country pie fold-it. I don't have any. I should have brought some of the samples to show you. Maybe next week I'll bring those in. So those are all in the kit. And it is a super fun kit. I think you guys will like it. There are also some items that go along with it. We have this is the wax. Oops, see, there we go. The wax seal kit in the sunflower color. It is sold out on the website right now, but I just shipped some to Utah yesterday. They should arrive on Wednesday. So if you're hoping to get this one, I think there's about 20 or 30 of them. They should go back on the website Wednesday or Thursday. Keep checking in, all right? I'm not sure if there's a notify me button on that one. You get this, there's the sunflower ink. You get the little mini ink pad. Let's stay in focus a little bit. You get the mini ink pad, the larger one, and a refill. You have cardstock. And there's also felt, okay? So all of that is available on the Stamps of Life website. There's still a lot going on today. I haven't seen you since last week. There's a lot to cover. And then I'll swing over to the website real quick so you can see what's going on today. That will work. There we go. Okay, so you see on the website, we have new items from today, including the Jingle Elf. We have some Christmas words, Merry Christmas words there. And there is a bold inspiration stamp set. So a little bit of variety. You have a fold-it, you have some word dies. These are larger words too. Let me show you. They are a little bit larger. You can see they're like 4-inch by about 2 inch. And some nice sizes. So you can see on a card front, it would look like something like that. So that's going to be nice for Christmas. And then besides the new items today that are on flash sale, there's the country, be able to pop on there, that country sunflower kit, the coffee pot holder dies, and the horizontal wave dies. These were both real popular. Stephanie showed those off a little bit during her presentation on Saturday. So those are available on the website, and along with the new colors and all that good stuff. All right, so that kind of gets you caught up with what's going on around here. Again, the big news, let me show you this too. Gosh, I just have so much today, sorry. The new card kit is here. And I'm gonna actually move that over to my other camera so you can see that a little bit better too, okay? Let's do that. All right, there is our card kit. And this is called the Let's Get Cozy card kit. I'll show you all the good stuff in there. And Stephanie has a video on the website where she makes a card with it and also spends a little more time. But just so you know, if you're a Card Kit Club member, you've got your storage envelope, bunch of card stock in there, your Let's Get Cozy paper pad. We have some little snowflakes. That one's kind of hard to see, huh? They're white, of course, snowflakes. We have some felt flowers. And there's a little word die. What does that word die say? I can't even read that. Warm wishes. Little word die there that says warm wishes. Got your ribbon. Some more pearl epoxy dots. Some stickers. Add to your card. And then your postcard with some card ideas on there. And last, in the most exciting item, rounded window card die set. That is in the kit. So pretty nice, right? Pretty nice. Hi, Gloria and Carlin, Sylvie. Welcome to all of you. We're just about ready. I've just been kind of introducing and yakking here, but let's get rolling with our real fun stuff now, okay? So card kit is available. If you are, again, in the card kit already, it did ship out this morning. If you want to get signed up, we do have some available right now. Last month did sell out. So this month we're starting new, and this is your chance to jump in. Also, if you, well, that's a little bit of ways away, so I'm not going to say anything about that. We'll hold that. Okay, first off today, we are looking at, this is polar bears to stamp. Maybe this will work better if I hold them over here, not by my face. So that is our stamp and die set that we are going to look at. It is from, let me find that information. I think this is working today. Polar Bears to Stamp from September of 2020. So we're going back a little over 4 years. This was a club set. If you were a Stamps for Life club member back then, 4 years ago, you will have that. It's fun. It has the nice present with it, a scarf for our little polar bear. I was thinking you could put all kinds of different things in his hands, like a plate of food or a snowball or, I don't know, any kind of different stamps that you have. You could come up with something fun that he's holding. There are add-ons for this. This is the extras for Polar Bear stamp set. Now, there used to be a die set with this one, but it is sold out. This one will be retiring soon. I think it's on the retire list. So there are some available right now. No, excuse me, I have that mixed up. This one is no longer available. So if anybody wants this, I have this one here that I have found. I don't think I have any more. If you want it, it's called Extras for Polar Bear. Email Faylene at info@thestamps.com. Whoever emails first will get it first. We'll keep a list in case I find any more, but I know it's not on the website. I happen to have this one. The thing is, there are still dies available for this. So you can still get the dies, just not, this is my last stamp set. So if you think you want this stamp set, email Faylene, okay? And again, we'll keep a list if more than one person asks, and we will give you a chance to pick that up if we find more. I'm not counting on that, but you never know. You never know what we will find around here at the Stamps of Life office. There's this Bear Gang, which was an add-on set for the polar bears. It's very fun. And of course, there is a die set that works with that. So that is, if you type in bear gang or polar bear, that's going to come up. Let's check out the website and see what we have over there. We have, I just typed in polar bears. We have a few different options there. And I'll show you what I can see. Share that with you. There's a video, of course, from Stephanie. And I'll put these over there. We're going to use some of those. Let's see, what else? You have your club set there. It's 10 stamps. And the largest, the bear, is about 2 3/4 inch by 2 inches. Excuse me. And we do have some nice samples on here. Let's scroll through those. That's on a slim line, give you an idea how big the bear is. And on front of an A2 card. I have a ton of samples to show you, so we'll do that here in just a minute. Let me turn off my mic real quick. I'll be right back. Okay, let's keep rolling. A slim line with a Christmas tree. That's a nice combo. And warm wishes. There's the stamp set. And of course, if you go down here, there's the dies. We have 18 of the die sets left, so even that one's getting low. That is the stamp set that's out. I have the one here, okay? And then you have the bear gang. And, oh, it's not even showing the dies. Let me see. I thought the dies are totally out. So I do have one die set and one, sorry, I mixed that up. One die set for the extras and one clear stamp set. That's it as of right now. So if you want that combo, again, email the office. Then there's going to be more card ideas there. Let's see what else. We'll go back over there. Oh, let me show you the samples I have. Oh, I have polar bear. Top 10 facts about polar bears. There they are. So not on this one, but on our next topic, we are going to have, we'll have our quiz. So be prepared, okay? So here we go. Fun facts about polar bears. Polar bears are classified as marine mammals. And, you know, even though they're white on top, they're actually black. Interesting, huh? I always think of them just being white. They're good swimmers. Look at this. They can swim up to 6 miles per hour, and they can swim for long distance for many hours to get from one piece of ice to another. Their large paws are especially adapted for swimming. Let's see. There was something up here. They mostly live on ice, like up by the Arctic, the north, basically the North Pole. We have our polar bears. There he is. I guess he's got to jump in the water every once in a while to get from one ice, floating ice piece to the other, right? There he is. Less than 2% of, they're not very good hunters, it says. They spend a lot of time hunting, and we don't want to read what they eat because I like seals, and I guess they eat seals. You can get DNA from the footprint. I don't know why you'd want to do that. Polar bear alert, stop, don't walk here. You want to stay away from polar bears. I think they would be dangerous. There's a hybrid of grizzly polar bears. Somewhere here you can see how these groups of polar bears kind of live up here. This is the North Pole. So if Santa's village or Santa's, I won't say, you know where Santa works. Up here at the North Pole, you can see how the bears are kind of, that's their area. Cold. What else? There are about 26,000 wild polar bears. And there's seen 19 groups. They're divided up into 19 groups. And a male polar bear can weigh as much as 10 men. So just say if a guy weighed 150 pounds, maybe the average, the polar bear is 1,500 pounds. Whew. That's heavy. And there he is. He's hunting. He's just waiting for somebody to come up so he can eat them. You don't want to be the little guy that pops up there, right? And they can smell their prey from 32 miles away or 32 kilometers away. I figured this out. So if you go up here and you want to, if you have kilometers and you want to know how many miles it is, you just go 32 km in miles. and it tells you almost 20 miles. So if the polar bears are out hunting for you, I suggest you get very, very far away from them, at least 20 miles, because they're going to know where you are. And I think that is it. So yeah, they can smell. They can smell. It says they can smell the seals under the ice. Yuck. So be careful. Be careful if you are going to the North Pole and you think you might be near a polar bear. He's going to know you're there. Be careful. So polar bears, yes, they seem so fun and cute, right, on the cards, but I think in real life, maybe not so. My question, so these polar bears, they really, really, hi Brenda, Bonnie, Kimberly, Diane, welcome everyone, Teresa. Yeah, and if you guys join late, this is recorded so you can watch later, so you haven't really missed anything. This is my question. Question here, the polar bears love cold weather. If you had to pick one place to live, I'm going to say for the rest of your life, you're going to be stuck there for as long as you're alive, would you choose cold, like frozen cold, or desert hot? What would be your choice? Frozen cold or like desert hot, like 115 all the time? Or freezing 2 times, 32 degrees is freezing, right? So like 20 degrees freezing. What would you like? You got to pick one. I know, Bonnie, you don't like either, but if you had to pick, which would you pick? It's hard for me to say too. I think, I don't know. I'm not sure. I'm going to go desert. I'm going to go desert. Just because I do like water. I could get in the pool, get some air conditioning. Well, I don't know. That's kind of cheating air conditioning, right? Because if you're in the cold, then you're allowed to have a heater. So I don't know. Hot or cold? Hot or cold? Where would you prefer to live? Our polar bear friends, they like cold, cold, cold. Like super cold. Check out all of these card samples I have. I have so many card samples. So we're going to start running through those. I hope you see something you like. Maybe it will spark an idea. Because if you have these, time to use them. Let's do that. Let's switch over here. Nope, not that one. Try it again. There we are. All right, there's our polar bear gang on a slimline card. I like how all the bears are color different. So they're, we think of them as being polar bears because they came out at the same time as the polar bears to stamp, but they can be any color bear. Here is one on a 5x7 box. This is our 5x7 box die set. And you have some layers in there, and you can layer your guys, dress them all up. Happy birthday, it says, from the gang. And I have so many samples here. You're going to love this. One of our grids on the front with the little presents all decorated on there. I come bearing gifts, it says. Remember, we did this last week. I didn't have the sample with me, but we did the mug fold-it. I don't know if it was last week or the week before, but recently we did the mug fold-it. And our bears on here, happy. Remember, it can be as a polar bear group like this next one, or just like this, different color bears. You have different options on this, right? Black and white, that looks very cool, huh? Happy Valentine's Day. Here's our bear from Polar Bears to Stamp with, I think it's Christmas Light Fold-it. I think we saw this one on the website, Warm Wishes, it says. And cozy with his scarf and his little hat. And then we have these guys are pink bears. Happy retirement. You can just go, use your imagination, try different things, right? You have lots of different options. Now, the die set does come with the outside die. So you can get the shadow, kind of the ring around the outside if you like that. And here's an option where our designer did not use the outline. just use the main die from the die set. I'll show you that in a bit. We'll wait for that one. He's a tall one. There's our gang doubled up. Fun one. One of our swish, I think that's a swish card, A2 size. And let's see, jolly it says there. Some glittery fun stuff there to spell out those words. Oh, we lost an A on here, but it was happy. Fun card front. The window. A couple slim lines here. We'll save those. Joy. And whoop, that one shouldn't be here. Oh, we got a couple that snuck in. Those are for next time. And then let's look at our slimline samples here. That's fun. So here's an example, no shadow. And our designer has probably used some foam squares, some foam pieces cut up real small to give it a little bit of extra depth. And now here's the same idea. It has the foam squares behind there to give it that extra depth, but also a shadow on that one, or the outline of the die. So different options. And then our last one, I'll have to move back a little bit, is our polar bear with lots of blue and white and icy looking. And a gift for you, it says up there on the top. That's on a slim line in the vertical direction. So remember, most of the slim lines, you can use them either vertically or, whoops, or horizontally. You have a couple different options. So that's great. I told you I had a ton of samples, right? I hope you guys like those cards. Let's go ahead and I'm going to get the stamps and the main set here, the club set, the stamps and dies. We'll go over to our die cutting table there and check that out. Let's see, from the weekend, I also want you to know that this is kind of my little studio area, but the studio had to go outside. And it really made a big mess. It was good and bad, because it was a mess in that everything that I had put together was in shambles. And like, we had a lot of people help us, and they just brought it all in. And that was great, because I had so much work to do on the cash register. They just brought it all in for us, but everything was just all over the place. So yesterday I spent I'd say at least a couple hours resetting up everything. But at the same time, it helped because I was able to move the chat here, so it's in front now. And I have like our screen where we talk about things on the website and our fun facts and that kind of stuff here. And I was able to get the monitors set up so I can see what's going on. So in the end, it was better, but it was a lot of work yesterday. I spent a lot of time getting everything reorganized, making sure the lights worked. And then I would try to connect things together and, you know, computer stuff. Like, it works one day, but then you change a few things around, and the next time you go to use it, it doesn't work. So it was quite an experience, but in the long run, it's going to be better. You know how that is? Like, sometimes you just invest some time, like getting organized or fixing things up, making things better. It costs you some time to do it, but in the long run, it's going to be better. So that's what I think right now. I feel I'm getting more comfortable. Everything is right here in front of me. I don't have to be reaching over here so much for computer stuff. I still have my card sample spot here, so I do reach for that. But the other things are much more organized and better, so I'm happy with this. I think it's going good. All right, let's move over and check this stuff out. I think that's all lit up real nice. Yes, there we are. Got our Spellbinders machine here. This is the larger size machine. These dies, of course, would work in a smaller size, regular size machine. Even some of those, it might work like in the little, I've seen the Scout machine. We're still trying to get that and figure out if we're going to be able to carry that. And yeah, so you just might have smaller machines that likely these dies are going to work, and they're not that big. So we're going to go ahead and let's see what we can do with this guy. Let's go ahead and stamp first. I have my stamping mat. We had some nice swag bags at our event on Saturday. If you were here, I hope you liked your bag. It was loaded with lots of goodies, and I think that it's a secret weapon Stamper's secret weapon was included in each of those bags. The secret weapon helps improve your stamping results, right? So Stephanie's talked about it before. You get gives a little cushion, and in doing so, rather than trying to stamp on a hard surface like this, your stamps don't always give the correct impression. When you have the mat, that little extra cushion down there will help you out. I had to get, if you haven't been on our website, this is from our store. I just got this larger block because this stamp it's not super big, but it is a little bit larger. And I was trying to figure out a way how to fit it on here. And he wouldn't quite fit. And I tried turning it that way. No. All these different ways. Nope, no luck with that one. And then I tried this one as well. Not quite. I just couldn't get it to fit. So I had to go into the store and this is a 4x5 block. Fits perfect, right? So every once in a while you will need a larger block. This is an example of that. You don't want it to be too crazy big, but it's got to at least fit all of that image on there. So let's go ahead and put some ink on that. And this is grape, just to use a different color. We don't always want to use black. Black would probably stand out the most, and it would look probably best with a polar bear, right? But we want to use some different colors every once in a while. So this is grape. And I think I've got a good amount of ink on there. Let's just find, I had a piece of white cardstock here before. And we're going to add that right over on this side. Oh, he's got a little extra in the middle. Let's see how that turns out. Want to push down, get all the different spots there, and up. You can see I did not do a good job of inking his nose. So let's try that again. Sometimes you miss a little spot, and I missed right in the center there. So I'm going to give that another try. But I did stamp it earlier, and my first one I was a little bit off, but the second time I stamped came out just perfect. So let's just make sure we get enough ink on there. And it still looks like his nose might be missing a little spot. So let's try that. All right, here we almost. I can still see that I am missing some ink right there in the center. What's going on, little polar bear? All right, that looks better. And we'll just push that down. There we go. Much better. So we've got our impression there. And then we're going to die cut this little guy. And I will to stay organized and nice and neat, I'm going to put my ink away. And let's go ahead and we're going to use the shadow. Remember, we have the option. You could just cut the inside of the bear if you like, to be right on the lines, or you can do the shadow. So we're going to try the shadow. And when I practiced with this earlier, it did move just a tiny bit on me, and that threw things off a little bit. So I want to put some washi tape on there. Let's do that to keep it in place, because once you do all that work stamping, you don't want to have it kind of fall apart right when you go to die cut. So we're going to be extra careful there. Now you can see my die was facing up. That's not going to work. Your die has to be facing down, right? Because the machine is going to push that die down right into your paper, and that's how it cuts. Because these blades are not sharp or anything like that, right? They are just all by pressure. They're going to cut through this cardstock and give us a nice image. Now, let's make sure I still have some washi tape. I know Stephanie came in here to raid my workstation, but I don't think she took that much, because it seems like everything is here. I had a die machine for her all set to go, and she got here. She hasn't been to the warehouse here for some time. So I had a machine ready and a secret weapon and I think a few things for her. And She didn't come running around looking for stuff as far as I knew, so I think she had everything she needed for that presentation on Saturday. When it's Crafting Corner, she has everything right there in her office, but when you come here to the warehouse, things are a little bit different, the store, the warehouse. All right, let's run that through. And we'll go all the way. And we're going to pop that guy out of there. Real gentle, lift up that washi tape. It looks like it held just right. Perfect. Don't want to tear that, so we'll go a little bit. Whoops, it did tear it. Oh, he's got an owie, so I'd have to cover that up with the gift stuff. But you can see it, the die cut came out really nice. The washi tape held a little bit too tight, so you can see he's got a little. We could cover that up with a present or something like that. But there's an example of how you get the outline. And then this was the one I had cut earlier when I didn't use washi tape. And this is where you can have it cut actually on the exact line of the die. But you can see that my die moved a little bit because I didn't use washi tape. So it came out a little bit off. So I recommend washi tape on these guys, okay? That will help you out a lot. Just a little extra time, but your results will end up being better. See, this machine looks a little bit off. I can zoom in a little bit. All right, we are going to move back over and check out our next item. Again, this was polar bears to stamp. There are add-ons, the polar bear gang, or it's called bear gang. You have different options. This is the single one from the club set, and that is available on the Stamps of Life website. I think we have plenty of the club version. It was just the add-on that is no longer available. I have the one combination here at the office. Okay, this is the main club set. Head back over to our computer or our main camera. Okay, we're back over here. All right, that was item number one. Let's keep on moving. Next up, the Snowflake Fold-it. This is the one I'm going to quiz you about, all right, when we go through it for our fun facts about snowflakes. And I have some good samples for you. The official name of this one is called, let's see, it's called Intricate Snowflake. Let me show you what we have on the website there. Intricate Snowflake, it makes an A2 size card. 2 dies in this. It's as a standard card, it's about 4 1/4 inch by 5 1/2. All right. And it's a fold-it. So you can make it as a fold-it. Of course, we've done many fold-its before. That's where you fold your cardstock in half, right? And then you run this outside die over your cardstock that's folded. That's how you can create the fold. So this really can make just a card just by itself. Today, I'll show you if you were to add it like to the front of a card. I'll show you how to do that. So we have the die here and some good samples. There's the 2 dies you get, the outside. And I think you might want to use the adhesive sheets with this. I don't think you have to. I did it without. You get lots of little paper pieces in there, so you're going to have one of those little roller tools to get out the little chads, whatever you'd want to call them, the little tiny pieces that get stuck in there. I have a roller for that. Here we go. Lots of different varieties. Of course, I always think of snowflake being white, but you can do any colors you want, right? Any colors. You have lots of options. Peace. Warm wishes. That would kind of go with our let's get cozy card kit this month, correct? Merry Christmas with our little penguin guy on there. And then back to the main dies. What else do we have? There are some add-ons. There's a snowflake die. Snowflake, so different Merry Christmas sentiments, a snowflake background. So there are several different snowflake themed items there on the website if you like. This, I got to change my little, sorry. I forgot to change my little title there. Go back to banners. Where are we? We are on, nope, new card kit shipping today. Yes, that's correct. That's not the one I wanted. Snowflake. There we are. And I'm going to take my name off there. I've seen enough of that for a while. So this was from November of 2020, almost exactly 4 years ago. Yeah, 4 years ago. This, not sure, it might have been a Black Friday sale item. I'm not sure about that. And don't forget, this year we will be having a big Black Friday sale towards Thanksgiving week. That is something to look forward to. All right. Let's take a look at these card samples I have. I think these are mostly ones that we had on the website, but there might be a surprise in here. And these are made just as a fold-it. Oh, this one is sealed together. So I don't know if it's glued together or what. Oh, maybe as an ornament. I'm thinking this could be an ornament for there we go. Ornament for maybe to hang on a tree or to just decorate somewhere in your house. This one is a fold-it. There's your fold-it, and you can put some sentiments on there, whatever you'd like to say. On the inside, there is just a die-cut white with a background, different color. Good, easy idea. Fold-it style piece. Again, you can do, if you like this to be on the side, it could be a side, or in this case, it's a top. Fold. We have Merry Christmas. That was our little penguin guy. I do think I have a couple more here. There we go. Some nice colors. Season's greetings, it says. And our last one here as a card front. Good idea. You warm my heart. We have those. Let's check out our info on our snowflakes. Let's see what we have here. Where are my... Okay, I'm going to read some facts about snowflakes, and then we're going to have a couple questions that I'm going to test you guys on. So you got to get ready, okay? You can answer in the... Oh, Stephanie's texting me. Let's see. Oh, I'll have to get back to her in just a minute. I think she forgot that I'm live right now. Anyhow, get ready, question time. So got to pay attention. We'll see who's paying attention. You can answer in the chat if you like. If you are watching this at a later time, always add your comments down below. If you want to answer any of our questions, you're welcome to do that. If you want to answer some of our quiz questions here, put them down below. We always check all the comments, and we try to hit likes. Sometimes we will respond to you if there's something important you're asking us. I always try to take a look at those. Okay, here we go. Snowflakes are made of ice crystals. Ice crystals. And they are formed up in the air, and they have these complex designs. Let me switch over. You can see something more interesting than just me talking about them. Oh, there we go. So I've heard that there are no two snowflakes that are alike. I don't know how you could prove that unless you saw them all, but they just form in these strange, interesting ways. It says snowflakes are made up of ice crystals, and they form in the sky around bits of dirt. Okay, bits of dirt. And depending on where they go in the atmosphere, snowflakes can fall to the ground as a single ice crystal, or they can be made of 200 or more ice crystals. The shape they take and how they grow is determined by temperature and humidity. So when it's really cold, the designs are simple. And when the temperature is hovering around the freezing point, the snowflakes have a more complex design. Look at this one. Wow. I have never seen a snowflake like that in real life. Have any of you seen a snowflake like that? That's pretty amazing. They typically have a hexagonal shape and 6 points. There are several types of, we won't do that. Let's see. Snowflakes can get big. So from 0.02 inch to up to 1/2 inch. Now 0.02, I don't even think you can see it, but 1/2 inch snowflake, you could probably see it. Has anybody seen a snowflake like this in real life? Has anybody seen a snowflake like one of these in real life? Like, I was thinking back to that one. That's crazy. Let's see. So they can get a little bit bigger. Mathematical and science facts about snowflakes. We'll skip that part. They have symmetry. So you know how we can make a fold paper and make a design that looks like a snowflake? When you fold it, the opposite sides almost look the same, like when we do that with cardstock or paper, when we have things where you fold it and you cut a little bit. Look at this one. Wow. You might have heard that snowflakes are like fingerprints. Every one of them is unique. Well, it's true. They have unique patterns. Scientists have been able to make twin snowflakes in controlled conditions. So it is possible that's a match, but not hardly likely. Water droplets need something to freeze around to create a snowflake. And that's where we talked about the dust or pollen. Snowflakes are made up of, look at this one, was funny, 1 billion to 1 quintillion molecules just to make one snowflake. Wow, water molecules must be so tiny. And then snow and snowflakes hold most of the fresh water on Earth. That's interesting, right? It says scientists have found that fresh water around the world is in the form of snow, most of it. Antarctica, so that's down south. Remember, Arctic we talked about before, that's the north. The south holds about 80% of the world's fresh water in the form of ice and snow. Snow is pretty fun. You can eat it. You can play in it, dive in it. Snowflakes aren't white. That's interesting, right? Crazy, right? But it's not. Snowflakes are actually translucent. So light is reflected off of them. When it reflects, it creates a white appearance most of the time, but some of the time snow can also look kind of blue. And if you are in an area with a lot of air pollution, it can be gray. Yeah, I think that means it's dirty. Snowflakes travel very slowly. I guess if you're in a blizzard where there's lots of wind, it can feel like the snow's really coming down fast, crazy, but it says they're moving about 3 to 4 miles per hour. Some people have never seen a real snowflake, like me. I've never seen one. Snow affects sound. Mars has snowflakes. How about that? Now, I thought I guess Mars is a little bit further away from us than the sun, so it must be colder there. But since it's red, I always think of Mars as being hot. Mars can get a nice accumulation of snow, it says. Some people fear snowflakes. I hope none of you do. We all probably are afraid of something, right? But I've never heard of anybody afraid of snowflakes. But the other day, there was this big old spider. Let me switch over. This big old spider on our back patio, and it was kind of scary. I was almost scared. Some snow smells like watermelon. And it's because there's some kind of algae in it. Yuck. And okay, here we go. Let me find our snow trivia questions. I think this one's just for fun. What type of animal is known to make snowballs and throw them? What's your guys' guess? A lemur, a giant panda, a monkey, or a bat? What would you guess? What would you guess? I'm going to guess lemurs are kind of like monkeys, right? Let's try lemurs. I was wrong. Monkey. It said monkey. Wrong. I got that one wrong. Next question. What is the best kind of snow for building a snowman? Powdery snow? None of them. Ice? Moist snow. I'm going to guess. What do you guys think? I'm going to guess moist snow. Yes, got that one right. If you said moist snow, you are right. On average, what is the snowiest state in the United States? Now, some of these, they didn't give us the information on, so I'm sorry, I'm making this harder than I thought. You guess Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, or New York? What's your guess? We'll do a couple more. Maine, Vermont, Connecticut, or New York? Do you think has the most snow? I'm going to guess, you don't have to copy, I'm going to guess Maine. I think that's the farthest up north. It was Vermont. You said Vermont? You were right. Sorry, Sylvie, you got it wrong like me. And Diane, you got it wrong. Let's see what else. Which city hosts? We won't do that one. What is? We talked about this. What is pink snow or watermelon snow caused by? We know the answer for this one, right? You guys remember? What is pink snow or watermelon snow caused by? Remember? Salt water, blood, algae, the sun. Algae, right? Yes. Eleanor, you got that one. Let's see what else. Which region has never seen snow? This is a tough one. This area has never seen snow. Death Valley, that's in California, super hot. Miami, super humid. Sahara Desert, that's in Africa, that's got to be hot. Or they all have. You think any of these places has never seen snow? I'm going to guess Miami. What do you guys guess? Oh, it was, what was the answer? They all have. How about that? That is a tricky one, right? You wouldn't think these desert places would, and humid, but they all have. What makes up 90% of snow? That's an easy one, right? Water, air, dirt, or ice? Got to be water. Air? What? I am getting all of these wrong. I thought for sure it was water. It's still air. That is tricky. I guess because if you condense the water down, there's not really much there. What degrees Fahrenheit does rain turn into snow at? 32, 0, 30, or 22? I'm going to guess 32 is freezing. So I'm just going to guess 32. Yes, 32. Good job, Teresa and Eleanor. Okay, one more question, then we'll be moving on here. We did that one. What is a snowstorm with strong winds called? This is too easy. A hurricane, an avalanche, a tornado, or a blizzard? You guys know this one. A blizzard. Right. Good job, Joe. Eleanor. That was easy. Okay, so every once in a while we might be able to find something. This, if you are interested in this website, it is called Trivia Wiz. And somehow I came across it. I don't know exactly, but it's kind of fun. There might be some other trivia things in there that you're interested in. So every once in a while we might pop this up, and then we can have a little chat and questions and see how smart we are, or maybe if we're not very good listeners, we'll discover that too, because I got a lot of those wrong and I thought I would get a lot more right. How did you guys do? Did you get a lot more of them right or wrong? So there are, I'm sure, other topics on here that you can add in. It says popular. Oh, yeah, I can see all these sections. Look, animal trivia, Bible trivia, book trivia, celebrity trivia, Christmas trivia. So yeah, we'll probably have some fun with this. And every once in a while, we'll pop over here and find some questions. But let's move on. Check out our die set. Here we go. Oh, and I am far behind today, guys. Sorry. I should be wrapping up about right now. My goal is to hit an hour, but it's not going to happen today. So sorry about that. You can see our polar bears over there. Let's die cut these snowflakes real quick. It is easy. Again, 2 dies. We're going to do everything you need here. If you were going to make a folded card, you would use the outside die. You could decorate with the inside, but this would be the base of your card. You would fold your card stock. I am a little bit off here. There we go. You would fold your card stock, and maybe I can get this a little bit more light as well. Let's see. Thought the color looked nicer earlier, but it's getting a little bit darker. Things have changed here somewhat. Okay, there we go. So you would use that. Now maybe it's a little too bright. Or your fold it. And then you would decorate with this. My idea is maybe we have a card base, a card front. This is an A2 card here that I cut earlier. And it's kind of like a, this is artichoke color, but it's a Christmassy color. And I just want to add something to the front of that. I can use some white cardstock. This white cardstock that we just used for our polar bear, I want to have a white snowflake. You don't have to have a white snowflake, but just that's what comes to mind for me. We'll go ahead and run that through. And I think I have that facing down. There's one time, I'm going to run this through twice because it is kind of, again, a little intricate. Hopefully with the best results. And that came out great. Oh, here is your snowflake, but you have all these little pieces in there that you're going to want to pop out some of them. So you would just take your little tool and it will start removing those little dots. Some of our bigger pieces if we like. And I'm not going to do all of this, but to give you an idea of what you would be looking at, you end up with a nice white snowflake here. Get all your little pieces out there. Now, I'm not sure if you had the adhesive sheet on there, if it would pull all this off for you or not, but it's possible. When you peeled off, you kind of made it a sticker that it would. So there is kind of like halfway done. And then we want to make a background for that. Of course, we have some, I have a ton of red around here. So, and that's kind of Christmassy. Let's go ahead and run this through. Now we're going to use the outside because we want to layer it. So we're going to use that outside die that we had talked about making if we were making a folded card, we would use that as the base of the card. But this will give us a shadow for our white snowflake. And it, whoops, a little out of line there. We don't want to go any further that way. That squeaking would get louder. So there is kind of my shadow, my background. And I can just take this and line it up and layer that right on top. And that's a good combination, the red and the white. Very Christmassy. And then I would just add, again, if I had already added my adhesive sheet here, I'd just be peeling this off. Again, I don't know if that would be the best way to go with, because it looks like it'd take quite a bit of work to peel it, but I wouldn't have to put the adhesive on right now. So I'm not sure about that. But I know generally we like to, that one's not working, we like to use the adhesive sheets a little bit more with our more intricate dies. In general, it seems to work out a little bit better. So we would layer that on top, and then we'll add some adhesive to the back of this. Hopefully. This one might be out. Maybe that's my problem. Let's try another one. There we go. On there. And then we're just going to add it to our card front. Of course, you wouldn't want it to be this plain, but an easy way to make a super fast card, if you wanted to add a little sentiment on there, warm wishes like we had seen, or Merry Christmas, or with New Year coming up, maybe a Happy New Year card. You could do that really fast, easy. We saw some of the samples that had a lot of blues in them. Those look nice with some pink, cantaloupe colors. You have lots of different options. You could add your sentiments on there inside too. You could stamp on the back, but an easy way to make a snowflake card. You could also add this to, maybe like a scrapbook page or something. That would work too, right? Okay, that is officially it's called Intricate Snowflake Die. And it's an A2 shaped card. You can make a card just by itself. My sample was to add it to the front of a card. Lots of different options on there. And I think you might like that. If you have it already, this is the season that you will want to use that die set. So I hope you can figure out some ways to do that and have some fun. with what you already have. Okay, if we are moving on now, wrapping things up kind of here. And we are on to our, did I bring my Bible? I had my Bible on my, this is a Samsung Galaxy tablet. It's kind of like an iPad. And I use the Bible app. So I'm going to pull up Matthew chapter 10. If you have your Bible, you can join in with us. If you have a regular Bible, awesome. If you have one on a phone or a tablet, great. However you get it, it's good. Whatever you feel comfortable with using. I'm going to, I don't know, it's just kind of odd. Shouldn't be in that section. I got to find Matthew. For some reason, it is on John. Real quick before we get started, last week, I had this tablet here at the office and I left it. And you were able to track it, but the last time when I tracked it, it showed it was at our house. Well, early that morning, I had put a bunch of stuff out for a little bit, and I went and I got my car, and then I was going to pack it up to go to the warehouse, and I did that. But when I left this at the office later that day, and I went back to search the map, it showed that it was still at home, and I thought somebody had stolen it. So it's not true. Nobody stole it. That's good. But in the meantime, when I thought it was stolen, there's a way you can wipe it and it clears out everything. So I did that. And then the next day I came to the warehouse and there was my iPad. But I didn't think it was there because when I did the location search, it said it was at home. So I thought it got stolen that morning because the last time it saw it was like really early in the morning. And when it did the location thing, it never showed that it made it to the warehouse. So I thought I had lost it or it was stolen. So I reset it and then everything was messed up. That's why my electronics were messed up partly why at our store day. It just, everything went bad. All right, so we are looking at Matthew chapter 10 and I have some notes. Make sure we'll do the overview. And let's see, I will switch that off. Maybe I can. Give me 1 second here. Oh, we don't want that on there anymore. So we're going to make that disappear. Done with that. And I'll bring up our Bible verse here in just a minute. What else do we have in there? Do we have anything good? Does that work? No, we don't like that one. Okay. Anyhow, Matthew chapter 10. So Jesus is moving on through his ministry. He's been teaching a lot, doing miracles. All kinds of great things are happening. Now he sends out his 12 disciples. So they're quite an unusual bunch. We remember Matthew is a tax collector. We have this other guy. Does it point him out? There's one of them. Maybe it was Simon. Well, Simon is a Canaanite, so he's not a Jewish guy. He's different. And there was one of them, it doesn't say here, but he was a zealot, which is kind of like a rebel against the Romans. And Matthew was working for the Romans. We have these other guys like James and John and Peter, Andrew. They were all fishermen, common people. A lot of these guys, we don't know a whole lot about them. Some of them show up later on, but one of the key ones is at the end Judas, who betrays Jesus. If you were going to get your name into the Bible, you will want to be noted for that, right? Okay, so Jesus sends these 12 out, and he commands them what to do. When you go into a town, there's going to be some towns they would be accepted, some rejected. He said, figure out the best place to stay. Don't worry about what you take with you on your journey, he said. And let's see what else. They were trying to get the message out to all the land of Israel. What did he say there at the beginning? He said, don't go into the way of the Gentiles or the Samaritans, but go to the house of Israel. So the message at first, Jesus was going out to the Jewish people. That's who he was speaking to at the beginning. As we get into the church age in Acts, then the church starts to go further out into different lands, to the Gentiles, people like us who are not Jewish. And then he warns that persecutions are coming. Let's see if I have a note for that. The disciples all but suffered persecution. Eventually, almost all of them were martyred. They gave their lives as they went out and shared the gospel. They had difficult times ahead of them, and he was warning them that that was going to come. And for many people around the world, that is still the case. You know, we're very fortunate here in the United States that we have freedom to talk about the Lord, and we can go to church, freedom to worship. So we are very blessed to have these things. Let's see. Then it says that if you confess Jesus before people, he's going to confess you before the Father. Now, I think that's important. And that the other side, he says, if you don't confess Jesus, if you don't tell people about Jesus, it says, I will deny you before my Father. Now, exactly what that entails, I'm not sure, but let's just stand up for Jesus while we're here on earth. That's what we're supposed to do, right? I'm trying not to say right so many times. Let me fix that. The warning part is that we don't want Jesus denying us when we are in heaven. I don't think that necessarily means we don't get into heaven, but that's what it says right here in the Bible, so we have to take it seriously and consider that. This is the section that we'll look at, starting in verse 34. Basically, there's going to be division, even among families, when it comes to Jesus. It says he did not come to bring peace on earth, but a sword division. We'll touch on that. And then the last part, it says where if you give even just a cup of water in Jesus' name, there is a reward for you. So basically, the smallest things we do for God and his kingdom, he's taking note of these things, and he will reward you for those. That's something good to know. We don't have to do big, amazing, incredible things, just small things. God notes them, and he says he'll reward you for them when you get to heaven. That is something to look forward to, rewards in heaven from God for small things you did, your faithfulness. It says even giving a cup of water here. Now, there are other examples, and of course, other bigger things we could do, right, for God. But even small things he notes. Let's go back to verse 34, and I do have the verses there for us. Let's check that out. Again, I hope you all are keeping up with the reading. It's not hard. One chapter a week. You can do it. Easy. Here we go. Starting at verse 34. That should be showing up. Do not think that I come to bring peace on earth. I did not come to bring peace, but a sword. For I have come to set a man against his father, a daughter against her mother, and a man's enemies will be those of his own household. And it says daughter-in-law, mother-in-law. He who loves father or mother more than me is not worthy of me. And he who loves son or daughter more than me is not worthy of me. And he who does not take his cross and follow after me is not worthy of me. And here's the real key. Our key verse right here we're looking at is the final verse 39. He who finds his life will lose it, and he who loses his life for my sake will find it. That is the key part of the verse. What are we living for today? And you know, here being Americans in the Western world, we have so much, right? We are so blessed. God's given us everything. We have luxuries, and we have fun things we get to do. We have a pretty stable climate where as far as work, education, healthcare, all these things are really nice and valuable. And I think especially like the entertainment side, television, movie, electronics, all these things are great, but they can really distract us from God. And that is a warning. When we start to live for these things, they can start to dominate our lives. And we start to live for the more temporary things, the things that we feel like will satisfy us or make us happy here. But God is saying here, you know, live for the things. He says, if you are willing to lose your life, give up this life, as far as, remember, this life is temporal. Time goes by really fast. I've been here for 56 years. And I can't remember a whole lot of the last 56 years, but when you reflect to the past, it's gone by really quick. But when we think of eternity, kingdom, or all of eternity, what becomes more valuable? This temporary life that we can't keep, or the eternal life that God gives us that nobody can take from us? What becomes more important? And for us, we have to decide, am I going to live my focus on just these worldly things, my enjoyment, my pleasure, the things that are going to pass away? Or am I going to focus on the things that were going to last? And one of the things that we just talked about here, like the small things we do, though for God, those things are going to last. We were reading in Revelation today at our men's group at church, and it says, the saints, they were going into God's kingdom, but there was going to be a reward for them for what they had done for God. They had gone through some tough times, but now they are moving into God's kingdom, and they were going to be rewarded for what they had done for God. Same thing for us. Whatever we do for God here on earth is going to be rewarded. Those rewards are going to last forever, and they're going to have eternal value. What am I going to do? Am I going to live for things that are just going to pass away? Or am I going to focus on living on things that have some eternal value? I do have a quote. Maybe some of you have heard this person. I better get my glasses for this because I quoted it and it's a little bit small. But by Jim Elliot, he was a missionary, I think something like back in the 1950s or something. He ended up giving his life as he was serving God. But he made this kind of memorable quote. It says, "He is no fool who gives what he cannot keep to gain what he cannot lose." So think about everything that we have in this world. God's blessed us with a lot, correct? But we're not going to get to keep any of it. It's not going to last forever. When we leave this earth, it will all be left behind. Everything. That's a big thing to think about. What am I going to get focused on? Am I going to think about the things, people? We talked about this a little, a couple weeks ago. My soul, my eternal destination, the things that I can do for God's kingdom that will last. We want to be wise and live for the things that will last, correct? Now, it's up to us to choose to do that each and every day. We have the choice to think about, am I going to live for just this world, or am I going to live for God's kingdom? The great thing is, when you're a part of God's kingdom, you can't lose it. You get it. You get to be a part of God's family for all of eternity. And that is an awesome reward. There'll be other rewards that come along with it, but just to be with Jesus and his family in heaven, that will be an awesome thing to look forward. So give some thought to that. We really just need to. The temptation, like if you're in other parts of the world, probably where you have life is a little bit tougher and more challenging, you probably have your eyes on eternity more because hey, this is temporary. I'm going to get to that place that's better. But here in America, as Americans, we're kind of spoiled, right? Life is pretty good. And so the temptation is, am I going to let those things draw me away from God, or am I going to figure out by my connection to God to draw closer to him? We really want to do that. So our prayer should be, God, help us to do that, because we have this part of us that's always trying to pull us away, correct? You feel that some of the time, that things are trying to distract us and draw us away from God's kingdom. And God is kind of whispering to us, hey, he's saying, come on, come this way. I have something so much better for you. We want to live for that, whatever that might be for each of us. All right. Okay, that is it for today. I hope that encourages you a little bit just to think bigger picture, and may we not get so caught up in the things that are, even though they might be pressing or maybe important, that the things of this world are temporary. They're not going to last forever. All right, back to work for me. I don't know what you guys are up to. I hope you all have a great, wonderful day. We'll have Crafting Corner coming up later in the week. I think I have a banner for that. If I can find that. Thursday, right? With Stephanie. And Let's see, our card kit is shipping today. I have that. I don't have the crafting corner one. What happened to that? We have the new items on the website. Pretend it says down there, crafting corner this week with Stephanie. Maybe I have it under the banners. Let me see. Oh, there I have one. Check this out. Almost. We will be live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. That will be on Thursday. I hope you can join us. Again, have a great rest of the day and experience God's blessings. I hope God will bless each and every one of you. And I will be here next week. I will have some new items to look at. I don't know what they are yet. I haven't planned that far ahead, kind of like 1 week at a time, but we should have some fun. Let's see. Why am I having two things go up here? Yeah, that'll be something to look forward to. The video from Saturday is up there. I don't think it's super great. I wasn't able to do the filming and the color is not super great, but we had the presentation on there. If you didn't get to see it, stop by the website. And I think that's a wrap for today. God bless you. And I will see you next week. Get rid of that banner now and I will sign off. Thanks for joining me. I know it's a little bit longer today, but thanks for hanging in there. I hope we had some fun. I kind of like doing that quiz with all of you and having everybody participate. That was good. Let's see what else. Nicole, yes, Nicole came from Minnesota. Thanks for joining us at our anniversary. That was fun to meet you, Nicole, since we haven't been to Minnesota for a long time. Joe says, yep, our treasures are stored in heaven. That is right, Joe, and they are going to last forever if we store those up. Let's see. Sandy says, missed the start. Yep, you can go back and watch from the beginning. This is recorded, Sandy, if you want to. Karen, have a nice day. I will see you all creating blessings with Cheryl. Take care, all of you. I hope this was fun. I had a good time being with you. And hopefully we got a couple laughs and hopefully we got a couple questions right in our quiz, right? We will have to keep working on that and get better. Okay, I will see you again next week. Take care. And I should be able to sign off. Bye now.